See if we check up on engraving and if it's done yet, or
Let me check on the engraving. No, she has done some of them today. I don't know if you're doing it.
tomorrow?
Tomorrow, she said.
All right. Is it possible I can get a receipt? I've misplaced or put the receipt in the vehicle, and now I'm supposed to put it in my.
Oh, I got you right here. Sorry.
And you need the receipt from the last time?
Yeah, I left it in the vehicle. I pull up and then they come in there trying to roadblock everything, so I called the police and we jumped another vehicle. And they drove off with the vehicle that he was in, and they put him in there and arrested him. So I jumped in the vehicle and left with my receipt there. And I said, "Oh, is that your receipt, sir? Is this your car? Is this your badge? Is this your gun? Oh, I'm so sorry. You go to jail today in front of everybody. Hello, how you doing?" That's how you're supposed to arrest people like. They're not take them and strangle them by the throat and put handcuffs and cause dispatch and say, "We have a uncooperative." No. The whole world knows who I am. Why don't you get out? I'm in the back seat. That's good. The handcuffs ain't yours. Nothing is yours.
Okay.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Anything
Serving
else?
this document, no problem. It's only $10,000 for each officer, state patrolman, license, petition, and an increment agency and individual. Care package.
Wow.
Care package. It's only $100 for a care package. I thought it was unbelievably inexpensive. The guy over at the mall, he's working at a Clearwater agency, and he says he's been working for the jewelry store for a long, long time. And he goes, "I recognize, I know you somewhere." And I said, "Well, what's my email address?" You give me some questions. I'll give you some questions. I'll give you some answers. I know you're in the parking lot and your thug homeboys in the bar right next to it. No, I'm going to confront you. I'm not going to take you down, arrest you, and make your mother and father press charges on you on the property that you're on, because you're on my property. So before you say anything else, what's it say on the Gmail? He goes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Will that work? No. Well, what about 10 million? 7 zeros and 1. Did that work? No. And he kept on typing and typing. And then he was fixing up errors when it showed up on the computer. I know what it says on the computer. It says no warrants, outstanding warrants, no restraining orders, no compliance services, no increments of services or DUI, juvenile record. That's what it says. I said that, did that, and then he goes, "Oh, I worked at, there's Cinnabon, there's Ferrari, Yugo, and also Jakar and Eternity Colognes. And that's Simon's Mall. There's Cinnabon, and there's that place that right next door is moved out, which is, that's Miller's Jewelry, but the jewelry store in Simon's Mall, they wanted to move out. The thing was, everything stays the same identity and services, just they couldn't do nothing because I am there. But when they're typing everything on there, I was asking what the increment, he couldn't give me that information. So when I left it on the account, I was thinking, I left it on the account, okay. I was left on the council and thinking. I said, it takes 24 hours to activate. If I drop off cash, it takes 24 hours. I don't care how much money. If I put 35 million in the account, like I did, only 180 would be available to you. But the 35 million takes 24 hours to deposit. But when you're asking the Gmail account service, he was there typing away, using the computer, checking warrants and stuff like that. I said, don't waste my time. The doctor, they're docking your pay and service, but I'm just asking, goes, "Oh, it was Harry Ritchie's." He gave me the wrong answer again. It wasn't Harry Ritchie's. So when he was doing his service or whatever he was doing I asked for a phone. I said, "I'll give you money for it." He walked into that one. So when you dig the grave out, and then when you put the dead body back, you got to take the brains, the entire brains, and put it in the vault in service. Because when human resources and the dogs come in the cremator smelling the bodies, they smell me. That's fine. They won't walk around me. That's fine. And they're looking for the marijuana, looking for the scent, the smell, the whatever the last scent of the person, missing person, whatever it was. He kept on typing all the counts in, and they work. They all effectively work. But when he was typing link systems where you can contact a emergency phone number or contact number, or first I said it doesn't work like that at all anymore. I mean, you got served. I was telling Trump, you just open the door. I'm sleeping in the bed. That's my bed. Those beds are brand new beds. They're brand new pillows, comforters, and also the carpet, and also the flooring, and also the tub and the insulators have been recast, redone, refurnished, and he just kept on going with what other Gmail, what other, said 1, 2, 3, 10 million, 2,700 or 27 with 7 zeros on it. He kept on typing. I said, and it worked. I said, well, that's Microsoft. You can use that one. That's fine. It's Microsoft. It's activated. That means that will open up your services. And exactly what? Can you give me a description what you remember at that? And he was explaining this when he was a child. He remembers Harry Ritchie's. Harry Ritchie's is arcade. And there's Harry Ritchie's right there. He's thinking of the arcade in it. This is childhood. This is when he's 3, maybe 1 years old, baby out of a stroller when he sees me beating up some individual. I don't get violent unless somebody attacks me and then stabs me and shoots at me, and then I don't do that unless, and the Simon's Mall in front of everybody. If he did it right there on the spot. He mentioned Harry Ritchie's. That's arcade. That's long. That's his memory goes. How old? 21? What was he? 21? 30 years ago? That's a lot. But I gave him the 2,700, so he went activated. So whatever online, whatever he's likes. Harry Ritchie's right by the arcades. So when he gave me that talking, when I wanted him to relieve what was on his mind. So Harry Ritchie's is right there, but this one across the street. But the guy, remember the vacuum store used to be on Broadway, but they closed that down because we moved the jewelry on that side. But when we moved the jewelry from the other side, I wouldn't give him any information on anything. But the thing was, there's no special orders, and they do a care package. I guess I want that ring. It's $450, $480. I was gonna buy it, but I need to size it for 10, 11, 10 or 11. 10 and a half, probably perfect. But he mentioned Harry Richards, so that goes, that's like, he's like 21 years old at least, but another 5 years for, whatever, 21, 25. He's 27, 28 maybe years old, but he looks 18. But I'm saying there's a bar on the side of the services, but now it gets a gigantic wall, orange paint, license, and then the increments on the next door neighbors or whatever they. But he let me know the arcade area, Richardson. But it's a Navy department where that jewelry store is. There's gold, platinum, silvers, and increments for the watches, and then the services that they got for gold, silver, the real stuff. The real melted down where they can order special items. It's a Navy department. But they moved it all out, and he explained to me that part where he was wrong. Heritage is right next to the arcade, and then the cinema is totally opposite direction by Macy's. So it was backwards. What he said was backwards. So what he represented when he was a child. But you know how people love Simon's Mall. I'll rent a property. I'll rent you a room for $1,000. But when you have that island outside that area and that jewelry store, he went a long ways. Now he got a little business going. But his mother runs the whole thing. But she was sitting there talking shit.
I gotta grab that, Felix,
Sure.
okay?
Yeah.